What's up, guys? Hope you guys have had a great Memorial Day weekend. Today I'm going to show you guys how I string my stick. This will be posted after our US weekend, but I need to tape this bad boy up for this weekend because Boston has a lot of rain predicted. So I'm going to show you guys how I tape up my stick, tell you why I tape it, and just show you a little bit of the insider's tricks for this bad boy. So first things first, you have to find a good set of tape. For me, I just use this M tape that I use to tape my ankles. Some people like electrical tape, some people like the really skinny strands. I like this nice, looks like an inch and a half wide tape, really gives me a good grip. The reason why I tape my stick is just that. I get to have grip on the most important parts of my stick. So I tape my stick in 3 different spots to help me grip at different times of the game. The first section that I tape actually corresponds right with these stars, this blue patch of stars. I like to have my bottom hand on the tape for a couple different reasons. One, for the draw, it gives me nice grip when I'm trying to rip or twist. And 2, when I'm just playing, I like to know where the bottom end of my stick is and how far until the butt. So I tape that part. Second part's the middle. I'll do a nice like 4 or 5 inch strip right in the middle. That's for hand placement. That's what I stress to all my girls that I give lessons to. Even I, at almost 23 years old, still need to have a little bit of help in recognizing where my hand needs to be. This tape allows me for that. Then I tape like the upper 2 or 3 inches of my stick right next to the head. You guessed it, that's for the draw. Gives me nice, easy grip, whether it's raining or sunny. So it's really important when you tape your stick to make sure it's nice and flat. That's trick number 1. So the way that I like to do it, I like to pin, usually I stand, but if I'm sitting, I'll hold my stick with my feet and I like to pin it right here against my chest so that I am in control of how hard and how fast I twist my stick to tape it. You wanna move your stick with the tape. You don't wanna move the tape around your stick. That's gonna be lots of bumps and it's not pretty. So step 1, I'm gonna do this bottom part. So more important that you see the stick than the face at this point. So whenever you're cutting a first roll of tape, you wanna take a little strip off and either bite it off or cut it. I like to bite it, whatever. Step 1, you wanna start at the top. So I always do a nice strip. 1 little rotation around, like so, just to get me started. From there, so once you have that base strip down, it's just about taping, placing another strip of tape right on top of the base layer, and then rotating your stick and pulling the tape down at an angle. So if you look at me, it'll be going up for you guys. I'm rotating it down the stick though. The tape is at an angle, creating those nice diagonal patterns. And then from there, you just keep going. So I'm just gonna continue to wrap this tape all the way around, making sure I'm twisting my stick with the tape. Sometimes I just like to dig it right into my stomach, right into my chest to make sure it gets nice and flat. And once you get to the butt end, I'm starting to get to the butt end, we're just gonna continue to go over top the butt until you can flatten it out. So from there, gonna tear it, pull it tight, and there you go. However, before you end, it's really important, just like we started with that 1 strip, we wanna make sure we finish with that 1 strip on the bottom just to make sure nothing curls up from the tape. So you have your nice final strip, quick tear, pull it tight. First part is done. From there, so once you finish the bottom half, I just like to move my way up the stick. Bummer that the stars are covered, but trust me, it helps. Now I'm moving to this middle chunk. So I will be going from right underneath this US line, about 3 or 4 inches, because that is where I hold my hands to play. Similar to where we started with the bottom, we're gonna do that first initial strip of tape right underneath the USA marker. For a lot of you who have Under Armour sticks, this is where the Under Armour symbol is usually on the stick. For those of you who have STX, the placement's pretty similar as well. Basically, you want it wherever your hand goes naturally when you hold a stick. So we start with that strip, step one. From there, we do the same exact thing that we did with the bottom edge of our stick. We place another strip of tape right over top that beginning strip and simply just work our way down once again. Again, some people don't like to tape their sticks because they don't want to cover the pretty patterns. I think you'd rather cover some stuff up and still be able to place your hands on a wet and rainy day than look pretty. So I'm just about done with that part. Step two, nice and easy. And step three, same process as before. You finish with that one strip of tape over top, just to make sure everything stays exactly where it should be. Plus you end with a pretty nice flat edge, which is nice. So there's part two and part one. On to the best part. So the third and final part, and for me, what I think is most important for me, is this top piece. So step one is to try to get the strings off the plastic if you can. So mine are tied pretty tight, but I got them off. Basically, you do not want to tape your strings underneath the tape you're about to put on, because if you ever need to tighten it, it's really tough to get it off. So now we start with that beginning strip again. I like to go right up to the edge of the plastic, so as close to the plastic of the head as you can get. And sometimes there's these adapters that I'll show you. Just try to move around them as best you can. So right there, there's that adapter. I just swiveled the tape right under. I'm as close as you can get. And then it's the same process that we've done again and again. Time to add that second piece of tape right on top and just slowly rotate it down. Lucky for me, I've used this stick a lot, so I have exact borders of my old tape to follow. But if this is the first time you're stringing or you're taping a stick, just use the measurements that I gave you at the beginning. So you rip it off, end with one final strip. And you're done. So that's how I tape my stick. I like to do it in 3 different sections, one at the top, one in the middle, one at the bottom. For you, those of you who aren't centers, I don't think the top tape is really necessary, but for everyone else who takes the draw, this little extra grip really, really helps you out, especially on a rainy day like today. So that's how you tape a stick. If you have any questions, please comment below, and I'll see you on the field.